My name is Emily McCurley. I am an electrical superintendent and I work for Encore Electric. How did I get into the transportation and construction industry? My grandfather was actually an electrician, and my dad and uncle followed in his footsteps, had their own electrical businesses, and eventually my brothers started working summers for my dad, and they were younger than me, and that kind of upset me just a little bit. So I started asking Dad, hey, can I come? Can I come? Well, he was really hesitant about that. His daughter on a construction site, he wasn't too excited about that. So I finally wore him down and started working summers for him. And I wanted to prove that I could do it just as well as my brothers could. And so I really worked hard and applied myself. And within just a couple months, I was actually bossing my brothers around. So my dad liked that so much, he started asking my younger sisters to come along and help. So all four of my younger sisters have at one point or another been electricians. So yeah, kind of a happy accident the way I got into the construction industry. So the first company I worked for, my dad's company, was a residential outfit. It was all on-the-job training, learned everything from my dad and brothers. I did move to Colorado and got into the commercial side of it, which was a whole different side of construction. So there was a lot to learn, but the company I worked for put me through an apprenticeship school. So for 4 years, once a week, I went to the apprenticeship school, eventually finished that, got my journeyman's license, and yeah, the company I currently work for, Encore Electric, they provide all kinds of training, all kinds of classes, so that's been really beneficial, especially being a superintendent. A lot of times as a superintendent, you're kind of thrown into that role and you haven't been trained. So it's been great that Encore has really stepped up and given us a bunch of additional training to help out with that. There's a lot of things I love about my job. One of my favorite things is just seeing all the different places I've worked. In fact, we're about to go to Fort Collins for a party, one of my husband's parties, and we're going to be staying right next to a movie theater I got to help build and a mall, and so it's just really cool to get to go see that again. So yeah, just driving around town, and I worked there and I worked there, and all the people you've met and the experiences you've had and the things that went wrong and the things that went right, and a lot of memories, all those different jobs you've worked on. So yeah, that's one of my favorite parts. That and just how much technology is changing. In fact, I brought some props with me. But this is what we used to use. And this could be just one trade. This could just be electrical or plumbing, depending on how big the job was. But I mean, if you had to change, you had to cut out pieces of paper and paste them in. I used to use my tape and tape all those changes in. And now everything is on this little iPad. And changes are updated so quickly. I have all that information. The field staff has all that information. It's a really great tool and really excited to see where it keeps going. I think the most important advice I would give to a young woman starting out in her career is to take it seriously, to work hard, to earn respect. It's so different from when I got started in the construction industry now. There are a lot more women, but it's still, I've heard 8 to 9% of construction workers and transportation workers are women. So it's still a very much male-dominated industry, which is not a bad thing because there's so much room for growth and job opportunities and opportunities for women to, do whatever they want to do and be whatever they want to be in this industry. But you still have to earn that respect, especially in my field, the construction industry. It's a very physically demanding job at times, and I think that intimidates a lot of women. But I would say don't let that intimidate you. Jump in there. It takes teamwork sometimes, but we can be just as effective and work just as hard or harder than a lot of the guys. So take it seriously, work hard, and yeah, earn that respect. Do what it takes to get that, and you will. I've been through it, and I go through it every time I start a new job, and it always works out.